This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Outdoor, Producers Cooperative Association, and TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance. This is Girard Sports Live.
And good Thursday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2018 Class 4A Division II State Tournament here from Billburg Park in Salina, Kansas, as the Girard Lady Trojans get set to defend their 4A Division II title and get back-to-back state championships. They'll take the first step here shortly as they will battle the Smoky Valley Vikings. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Dale Shinerman, as we do settle in for what we hope to be a couple of days of softball. Of course, in order to make it to day number 2, you've got to get things going here in day number 1. And Lady Trojans with a 22-0 record on the season, coming in to take on the number 7 seeded Smoky Valley Vikings. And Dale, Lady Trojans advance with a pretty solid win in their regionals. Swept that regional, of course, beat Wichita Trinity first in the first game, run rule in 3 innings, and then end up winning by 9-0 against Frontenac. And really, that was a microcosm of the entire season. Aside from maybe one other or 2 other ball games, Lady Trojans pretty well dominated their way to that 22-0 record.
No question at all. Girard Lady Trojans have been playing some great softball here, there, and everywhere. And we've talked about it before. When we get on that roll, the bats start hitting, they're disciplined at the plate, and we can score a lot of runs quick.
Lady Trojans going to take on Smoky Valley. Smoky Valley advancing here. This is a situation of pretty good travel differences. Lady Trojans, of course, took away and made the trip up here early this morning. Smoky Valley, only about 20 minutes south of here, down I-135, and they advanced with pretty good wins in their tournament as well. In fact, exactly similar, believe it or not. 15-0 win over Nickerson in their first game, and the 9-0 win over Larned in their second ball game. And so Smoky Valley right now, they're in Lindsborg. They come into this tournament with a 13-9 record, and it's one of those that they're so far away and you just don't know what kind of competition they have out here in central Kansas. I got to believe that the competition Lady Trojans have seen in southeast Kansas is probably pretty good, but it'll be a little bit of feeling your way through as you get through this first game.
No question at all, and I tried to do a little bit of research on them and look them up. They've got a decent pitcher. She's got a 4.3 ERA. She bats decent, 4.15. They do have one girl hitting over 500 on the team, but like you said, we just don't know what competition they've played.
It's pretty warm. It's been off and on kind of warm here today. You can hear that mic a little bit windy as well. Winds coming basically out of the west, which would be from the right field in across this field. And getting ready for the national anthem here. We'll step away, take our first break, come back, and get you ready for first pitch from Salina. The Girard Lady Trojans defending their 4A state title here against Lindsborg, next on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crocan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans! Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here, Bill Burke. Softball complex here in Salina. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Dale Sherman. It's our vantage point for this tournament, and a little different than what we've done in the past, but kind of the way this thing configures, this is the best we could give you and give you the best view of it. Obviously, you folks listening on 103.5 FM, that doesn't matter to you, quite frankly, but we hope to be able to have as much coverage as possible. Good crowd as always traveling up here for Girard, and I'm sure if they win today, more folks will make that trip, and that's what we want. We want to do these games so as many people can watch it again, and the girls can watch it, hopefully we encapsulate a little bit of history here on Girard Sports Live this weekend. But as many as people as can make it. If you can't, we're very fortunate, both Dale and I speak for him, that we consider ourselves very lucky to be able to come out here and bring you these ball games here from this state tournament. Let's take a look. Of course, want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Crocan, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything they have to offer online at ckt.net. And this is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And Dale, talk a little bit about, and I talked to Coach Benzie a little bit about that wind really picking up out of the west, but the pressure that comes with this type of situation for the Lady Trojans, and you know this group of girls as well as anybody probably with your daughter on the team, how do they handle that? And I said, what's the mental capacity? He felt like they handle that kind of pressure better than most.
You know, and that's just it. It'd be a whole different deal if this was our first time up or our first time in a big game. You got to remember, BJ, we came out here last year, a number 6 seed, walked through and won the whole thing. These girls have played a lot of ball, and they played a lot of ball together, and they play very well together. If one person's down, the rest of the team picks them up, and that's how you get through adversity.
It's just such a tough thing. It's tough to get to the mountaintop, which they did a year ago. It's even tougher to stay there and come into a season like they did with the expectations they did and meet those expectations. So far, baseball over here in Salina has been pretty good for Southeast Kansas. A couple of Southeast Kansas teams that advanced. In fact, the biggest upset probably of the tournament is Garnett, the Bulldogs. Anderson County 11-11 going into the tournament, beat 21-1 Nickerson in that ball game 6-5. I'm sure that was exciting over there. they'll take on fellow Southeast Kansas. I mean, you go down 169 a little bit, and all of a sudden you got a pretty good matchup between a couple of teams. Iola advancing with a win over Wichita Trinity 4-2. They're 21-2, and so Iola and Anderson County playing the semifinals tomorrow at 11 a.m. And of course, that should tell you a little bit how good the Trojan men are, as they took Iola all the way to the brink a week ago today, in fact. Take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Ag Choice of Hepler, the best place to get started this planting season. Get everything you need for your farm or ranch at Ag Choice of Hepler. Give Joe Murphy a call at 620-368-4347. Saw Joe when I arrived here. I thought I was pretty early, and Joe was already here with his family, and so they are big staunch supporters of the Lady Trojans. First up for Lindsborg, it'll be number 2, Kira Haxton, the shortstop. Number 5, Megan Sample, the pitcher. Number 10, Jacqueline Holsey, the catcher. Number 14, Jordan Otto, center fielder. Number 7, Lindsay Gerlach, the left fielder. Number 9, Lena Clark, second baseman. Number 4, Lauren Barnes, right fielder. And number 1, Addison Hayden, the first baseman. Batting ninth, number 24, Bailey Roberts. She'll be the designated player. She'll be in there for the third baseman, Emily Riles. For the Lady Trojans, 15, JC Murphy, the shortstop for the Lady Trojans. She'll bat first. Sydney Crane, center fielder, number 23. Sydney batting .543, leads his team in most hitting categories, including 32 RBIs on the year. Number 3 and playing third, batting third, and the third baseman, number 24, Shaylin Grossteffen. And then it'll be Shelby Smith pitching, Marcy Heatherly left field, Lainey Shireman first base, Alexis Jenkins, the designated player, batting for Malia Sandy. And then Michaela Osmus and Jalen Jenkins. We're about ready to get things started. First pitch, as always, brought to you by Larrett Ceramics. 503 West Maple and Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece. Or sign up for classes. Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. And the first pitch from Shelby Smith in this 4A Division II state tournament is a bunt down the third base line. Slow roller fielded by Grossteffen over to first and one away in the top of the first inning. Boy, we set up here and Dale is in dangerous territory. I've strategically, unbeknownst to me, set myself up directly behind him, so I'm as safe as can be. Dale is going to be waiting for a third baseman, but hey, for a first play of the game right there, that's about as good for your setup as possible, man.
That's right, and that's exactly what the Girard Lady Trojans needed to do. They needed to calm down, get that first out, and played it perfectly.
So a ground out for Kira Haxton. Brings up the number 2 hitter, little check swing foul ball for Megan Sample. Megan, number 5, number 2 hitter and the pitcher for the Lady Vikings. That wind, pretty substantial. Oh, that changeup got her going. Third pitch strike dropped, but over to first and 2 away. That changeup really slowed in there. She didn't even get it all the way to the plate.
Nope. And
got Sample out in front of it.
Set it up with the first pitch, up and in. Fouled it off. The next one was a foul. She came back with that changeup and just closed up the shop.
Brings up Jacqueline Holsey, the catcher. Hard hit one over second base. It hit that lip. You see that bounce. I don't know if you caught that or not, but over to first and safe. So a single by Holsey on her first pitch, the catcher. They cut this field, it looks like, on that infield, and it is a good 3 inches of a straight line. That ball popped right up, and luckily Osmus was ready for it and fielded it nicely. That's something to watch out. Here's pop down the first base line. Shireman over to it, off the fence. And typical Laney drives herself right in the fence and reckless abandon. Gets up okay, thankfully, with that left arm that's in a brace. And the number 4 hitter, Jordan Otto, the center fielder, fouls the first one off. And it counts 0-1. 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the first for Lindsborg. Smoky Valley. Strike right down the pipe. There at Otto.
Shelby's working ahead again. First 2 pitches on all the batters have been strikes.
So the 0-2 now. 2 down, 0-2. Tried to change up and got her. Watching. Runner was going and another strikeout. 2 strikeouts. 4 up, 3 away. No runs scored. We head to the bottom of the first inning. The Girard Lady Trojans coming to bat here for the 4A Division II State Tournament in Salina. You're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, the bottom of the first inning, Girard Lady Trojans. 4A Division II state tournament. BJ Harris and Dale Shireman here. Lady Trojans will have J.C. Murphy, Sydney Crane, and Shaylin Grossteffen. 1, 2, 3 to start this first inning. And J.C., the left-handed hitter, come to the plate. Slap and just let it go high, ball one. Just trying to get on the speed. We've talked so much about it all season long, the speed of the Lady Trojans, and that speed is important. When I called Jim and talked to him earlier today, I was just, he talked about the seniors, and we talked about the middle thing you just talked about a moment ago, and I said, but a lot of teams have seniors that'll pop up, slap hit, pop to the shortstop, over and made one away here in the bottom of the first. I said a lot of teams have seniors. Still have to be good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams who have seniors who don't win a lot of games, and so the skill set is it's what's more important, the mental part of it or the skill set. And I think for the Lady Trojans, they don't have to make that decision because it's all there. So number 2 hitter Sydney Crane trying to get the first runner here of this tournament for the Lady Trojans. First pitch strike and 0-1. There's the 0-1, hard hit over by the second baseman into right field, and 1 on with 1 out here for the Lady Trojans as Sydney Crane reaches on a single.
Nice hit by Sydney, inside pitch. Didn't try to do too much with it, just drove it right down the base path there.
Got to bring up Grossteffen. First pitch to Shea, a little poked out deep right field, and Crane got too far off. She'll have to go back, and she will hustle back. It's a long fly out to right center field, and 2 out with 1 on here for the number 4 hitter, Shelby Smith. Shelby batting .528, 38 hits. She's driven in 32. She's tied with Crane with 8 doubles on the season. Those are really impressive batting statistics. We'll talk about her pitching ones when she comes back into the circle in a moment. There goes Crane trying to get second. She's going to get there. Yep. Drop that ball. And she will move over to scoring position here. With 1 on and 2 out. First pitch to Smith was a strike, so she's looking at 0-1 here with 2 down. Here's the 0-1. That's a slow roller. Here goes Crane. She'll move over to third, so a couple of stolen base when that one helped out by a wild pitch. And so now suddenly she's right for a chance to get home. Oh, coming right at us early. Coming at you early. Why'd they let us sit here?
Wow. Yeah, that ball had some smoke on it coming at me.
This was not very well thought out. That one, slow roller down third. Over to first, airmailed it. 1 run scores. Smith will turn and go to 2 on the error by the third baseman.
Nerves.
Yep, that first one comes at you. State tournament, you rise up, and you're going to miss high. And so the Lady Trojans will get on the board first on the error and lead 1-0.
It's like Ferguson's going to come into courtesy run for Shelby Smith.
So JoJo will come in and run for Smith, the pitcher. And you can relax a little bit maybe with her getting on base the first one. Maybe we'll set up on the first baseline tomorrow. That make you feel better?
I don't know. I'm still seeing flashbacks. It was a short flashback at that.
1-0. Lady Trojans lead here in the bottom of the first with 2 outs, with Marcy Heatherly coming to the plate. Marcy batting .530, 26 runs scored on 24 RBIs. She also walked 10 times, a very patient hitter. And when I talked to Coach also, and he was talking about the seniors and everything, but he pointed out Marcy Heatherly. He said last year she was a good player. She has worked her way into be a great player for them, and one of those ones that's filled that role for them this year. And here's one that's going to be shallow center. Can the center fielder get there? And she can't. Here goes JoJo. She'll score. And a ball that kind of hung there for a little bit, not real played by the center fielder. And Marcy will reach. I'll call that a hit for sure.
That's what we're used to, Sydney Crane, with her speed getting to.
Right.
So it's almost automatic that we think of, but she had to make a long run.
So Trojans 2-0 for Lainey Shireman coming to the plate. Lainey, the first baseman. Lainey batting .404 with 14 RBIs coming into the tournament. I'm hiding behind Dale. You can't hide behind me. Here's Lainey. Still check swing to left field. Left fielder goes over. And it'll be foul. And 0-2 count for Shireman. 2 out, 1 on. Marcy Heatherly reaching on that single to center field. Trojans had this 2-out rally here. Oh, a changeup gets Lainey out in front of it. Swing and a miss. And a strike. Lady Trojans do get a couple here in the bottom of the first. We head to the second with the Trojans leading 2-0. You're watching Trojan softball on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
Back out here, top of the second inning, the Girard Lady Trojans on top 2-0. First 2 pitches to the number 5 hitter. Strikes to Lindsey Gerlach. I was actually concerned with knowing there's 1 3-pitch strikeout from Shelby Smith to lead off this second inning. I was worried coming out here with knowing the Swedish heritage of all Lindsborg and Smoky Valley area that the names are going to be all over the place. It's not too bad. That'll bring up the number 6 hitter, the second baseman, Lena Clark, and a ball rather. No, it is a strike. 0-1, the count. Here's the 0-1, popped up. And strike 2, 0-2 the count. 0-2 count here to Clark. Got her. 6 pitches so far here in this inning to 2 batters.
Once again, Shelby Smith able to get ahead in the count, and we've always talked about that third pitch is Shelby's best pitch. And unbelievably, she is 1, 2, 3 on both of them.
And a swing and a miss to the number 7 hitter, Lauren Barnes, the right fielder. It's the 4th strikeout of the ball game already for Smith. Here, a little check swing, rolls foul. Strike 2, 0-2. I don't know what the competition is here in Central Kansas, and I mentioned that earlier. I would bet this is the fastest pitcher they've seen so far this season.
By far, I'm sure.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 9-pitch inning for Shelby Smith. 3 up, 3 down, and 3 Ks. Bottom of the second next. Lady Trojans lead it 2-0. You're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season. Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
When I wake up in the morning, love.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Alexis Jenkins coming to the plate. First pitch to her, popped up high, and not going to be out. Not going to be made there. It's an easy out. Really should have been for the second baseman, Lana Clark, but can't squeeze the melon, and she hit it while she was in fair territory. I think that may have ended up foul if it had kept on because the wind's pushing it that way. Instead, Alexis Jenkins going to reach on a first pitch error. And 1 on with nobody out for Michaela Osmus. Great bunt by Mack down to first. Can she outrun it? She does. And she'll reach on a great bunt. She's had some really nice bunts this season. That was really well placed. And a great play there by Osmus. That'll come to the number 9 hitter, Jalen Jenkins, the catcher. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Jenkins batting .350 with 22 runs batted in. And Alexis going to get thrown out here at third. Trying to come to third base, and I'm not sure if she did what she was supposed to do. Not sure what the call was there, if they were trying to hit and run or. Down to first, and Trojans coming close to squandering a couple of no-out runners. 1 away now with Jenkins getting thrown out. There's one popped up on the infield. Short second baseman. She'll get this one, Will Clark, and 2 away.
I think Alexis was seeing that ball. She watched it to the plate. It was in the dirt. She thought it got away from the catcher, and the catcher fielded it cleanly. So
that'll come back to the top of the order for J.C. Murphy. Little slap hit over shortstop, and they're not going to make the play. Another error. And the Lady Trojans will move them over. Move one runner over for Osmus. As Murphy will reach on that error as well. And so now 2 on with 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. Lady Trojans lead it 2-0 over Smoky Valley here in the first game. Here's another game going over across the way. In game number 1, they'll play 2 at 5 and 2 at 7. Galena in that one over there. And Galena playing Clay Center, the number 1 seed.
Looks like so far in the first inning, 0-0 still over there.
I mean, if I was setting a bracket, because you want to give a little bit of break, but 2 hours is not that big of a difference, flip them a little bit so your number 1 and 2 don't play at the same time.
Yeah.
So they can watch one another if you want to have an opportunity, but I guess keep it even this way. And Galena, a good chance over there, I think. Galena, one of the only teams this year to put pressure on the Trojans in that doubleheader back on April 26th. And took them to the mat a couple of times. So 2 out, 2 on for Sydney Crane. She'll pop one our way down this third base line and out of play. Things were kind of close, not terribly close, but not totally comfortable in that championship game of the regional against Frontenac. And then a 3-run jack by Crane over the right field fence pretty much put that one on ice. Change up, not going to get across the plate there from the pitcher down to Osmus. She's just going to get back. She's going to get it in stereo from Coach O'Rani and Coach Benzie. Michaela, a freshman, and playing like one here on the base pass. She did reach on a hit on a big one and ran that out. She's getting some coaching, in quotes there, about the base running situation.
And she is a freshman.
Yeah, she is. She's not nervous.
Yeah.
You would be mistaken. These other ones might be okay with it. Here coming our way. They're on the third base line. Right into your kitchen. And she will hang here with a 2-2 count. Sydney Crane, 2 outs, 2 on, and a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the second for the senior. Sydney Crane, she'll sit back on that changeup over to second, over to first. And the Trojans will end up not getting any as Crane will ground out and end the inning. Head to the third. It'll be the 8-9-1 for the Vikings. 2-0. Lady Trojans lead it here in game 1 of the state tournament.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday night's kids' night, and Friday's boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com. or call 620-724-4090.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout Southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Head to the top of the third inning. Girard Lady Trojans leading it 2-0 over Lindsborg Smoky Valley here. And 0-2 count to the number 8 hitter, Addison Hayden, first baseman. First couple pitches from Smith get in there. She'll foul that one back and stay alive. Shelby in the last inning worked 1, 2, 3. She pitched 9 times. She had 9 pitch inning. That's perfect. You can't do any better than that. No, you could, I guess, but not with strikeouts. The least you could do is 3, I guess. And there's that changeup. Did make contact. Draw Steffen over to first to Shireman and 1 away. Here in the third inning, Shelby's got 5 strikeouts and 8 batters faced so far. Her average is right at a third of the batters she faces, she strikes out. That's pretty good. It's about 28%.
That's pretty good.
That comes up the number 9 hitter, Bailey Roberts, the designated player. And first pitch, fire right down the middle. Strike 1. So an 0-1 count now. And swing just trying to get some contact. Foul that one on the first base line. And strike two for Roberts. Lady Trojans lead it 2-0. There's been some nerves here in this first game, which is typical in a state tournament. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 of the ball game for Smith. She went low on that one, and she's worked that low on that third pitch strike.
She's got him chasing quite a few times. Yep. Once again, her first 2 pitches, and the third one's hers. So
Adelbert back to the top of the order for Kira Haxton, the shortstop. She'll hit one right back at Smith. Over to first, and she actually pitched less pitches that time than she did the last time when we were bragging about it. A ground out will end the top of the third inning. Lady Trojans back to the plate quickly. It'll be Gross-Steffen, Smith, and Heatherly. A 3-4-5 when we return. You're watching the Class 4A Division II State Tournament first round here from Salina on Girard Sports Live and listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower Checking, Mobile Banking, and Bill Pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Long fly out by Shaylin Gross-Steffen to start this bottom of this third inning. So first pitch and a swing and a miss. Now Dale gets positioned here to hopefully not get destroyed by Shelby Smith. You know, Jim's gone all season long, Dale, without getting smoked over here. I should have said that. I'll probably jinx both of us. But if he can do it, you can do it.
That's right. Agile. I'm a few years younger.
You've got 15 feet more to plan for it.
That's right.
I'm ducking behind you. First pitch, strike. Second pitch, caught her up in front of it, swinging. She smiles. She knows all the tricks because she's in the circle too, and the pitcher there, Megan Sample, gave her a little taste of her own medicine on that one. So, 0-2 pitch now here to Smith. That one to go high, ball 1, 1-2. Here's a 1-2 for Smith. That one over the shortstop into left field. And she'll reach first on that one. And so Shelby's reached base both times. That's her first hit of the ball game. The first one was an error. And it'll bring up Marcy Heatherly. She reached on a single to center field in her first at-bat. Again, Marcy coming in here batting .530. She's led this team in batting at different times throughout the season. And she'll come on with one on and one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Lady Trojans leading it 2-0. There's down to first base. They're going to get JoJo going. And she got away with one there.
Design play, get off. We know that catcher's a snap thrower. And as soon as she reared back to throw it, JoJo took off. Great play by Ferguson.
So JoJo coming to pinch run for Smith, and she gets to second. So now runner in scoring position for Heatherly, and she'll punch one out in the left field. That might score JoJo. She'll turn third, coming at you down to home. And over to second. Heatherly will reach on a double and an RBI. Driving in Ferguson. And now the Lady Trojans lead it 3-0 with a runner on second and one out.
Marcy's done that all year long. Little bloopers, little dinks here. She can hit the line drives and hard stuff, but she's really good at putting the ball in place.
There's a hard hit ball. It hits Heatherly on the ankle. And she'll get over to a third. Yep. I'm going to say it hit her. Coach is going to argue that one. I'm not sure what his argument is. They're going to say she hit her while she was in the field of play. That oftentimes, I think what I thought he said was they weren't going to have a play on her. Tough break there for Heatherly as it hit her at the second base. And Shireman will reach on that one.
That would have scored her. That would have scored from second easy. Nice hard hit by Laney.
Yep. Had to bring up Alexis Jenkins. Snap throw again. She'll stay. Jenkins reached first on an error in the first inning and then was thrown out. Here's one hit foul out of play down the third base line. Here I am.
Sorry, I broke the code.
There I am. All you see is forehead.
That's why I have a hat on.
I got a little sun today setting up, so I'm a little nervous about that. But Jenkins 0-1. She'll try to stay out in front of one, a changeup, drive the shortstop over there, and she dropped. Well, they're going to say she caught it just in time. They ran into the second baseman, but the out was already recorded. And so that will end the third inning. Lady Trojans add another one. Lead it 3-0 after 3. We're back to the fourth. After this, you're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
It's been funky. Megan Sample coming to the plate, the number 2 hitter for the Vikings. She'll have a little slow roll over to Sandy. Aaliyah scoop over to first to Shireman. And one away on one pitch. They're on a ground out from Megan Sample. She struck out in the first one. Bring up Jacqueline Holsey. Holsey, the only hit of the ball game for Smoky Valley. She reached in the first inning on a single. There's a hard hit ball to center field. That'll go back. She'll get over to second and have to hold there. Oh, man. She has got a rocket.
Yeah.
For an arm, nearly. I mean, maybe if you played that a little more aggressively, might have even gotten a throw out there because the runner, Holsey, not running real hard. We are in the fourth inning here with one on now and one out. Lady Trojans leading it 2-0. Here for the number 4 hitter, the center fielder, Jordan Otto. First time they've had a runner in scoring position. And a swing and a miss. Strike one to Otto. And I'm sure one of the things the coaches for Smoky Valley saying, there's been a lot of check swings for the Vikings. He's got to say, man, if you're going to swing, swing.
Yeah, she's delivering the power.
Give yourself a chance against Smith. Second pitch ball, 1-1 to count. They haven't worked deep into counts at all. Haven't been real patient at the plate either. And here's the 1-1. That one hit over to Murphy. She'll check back the runner. Put that one on the ground. And Shireman going to get the one at first from Murphy. That ball in the dirt. And sliding in face first was Sample. She put her Holsey rather, and she put her chin on the dirt. So she'll try to shake that one off a little bit. As you can see. As you could see. Stay where the action's at, man.
Well, I didn't want to show if it was, couldn't tell if the teeth were all there, or the chin, or whatever.
You sell the blood, man. This is like a boxing match.
All age audience. All age audience.
She's shaking it off there. I think she just got a little low on that. And she's wearing a mask, and that might have popped up and got her is what it did when she slid in there. So Holsey will get to third with 2 out now. And Lindsey Gerlach, the left fielder, struck out in her first at-bat. She'll take first pitch strike here. And the 0-1. 3-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Lady Trojans leading it. They play 7 in this first round matchup. Here's one, a slow roller down third. Cross Steffen over to first for Shireman. She gets it, the hard stretch, and she gets the out. Laney doing all she can to try to keep that one. She had to work a little bit, but bailed out the shortstop and the third baseman, but got the outs, and that's all that matters. Lady Trojans avoid the first real challenge from Lindsberg. We're back for the bottom of the 4th next on Girard Sports Live and 103.5.
This is Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Lady Trojans will be Michaela Osmus to lead off the bottom of this 4th inning. It'll be 8-9-1 for Girard. Osmus, the right fielder, reached on a bunt single in the 2nd inning. And she'll take first pitch, strike low, just getting in there. And an 0-1 count here for Osmus. And that changeup, that's a pretty good changeup that Sample has. She really pulls the string on it. She pulls it. It doesn't always reach the plate.
Right.
But it's coming like it's going to. And she's going to miss on that one, though, and Mack able to stay off with 1-1. And a ball high, 2-1 to count. Trojans have had some odd outs in this one so far. Otherwise, the damage could be worse. Here, one over to short. Osmus, the wheels. They're going to get her. That was a close play, Bam Bam, at first, and official on top of it to say she was out, so she'll round out one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The out from Alexis Jenkins getting caught stealing, and then Marcy Heatherly getting hit by a ball at second base, getting out. There's just been some odd outs that had some runs that probably would have crossed.
Right.
And that's kept this game probably tighter than you'd like here in game number 1. But the Trojans are in control right now, 3-0. Here's a one by Jalen Jenkins that'll go through over second base, and she will turn and look, and it'll be a 1-out single by Jalen Jenkins as we head to the top of the order for J.C. Heatherly. J.C. a fly out and a single, reached on an error in the 2nd inning. That drove in a run in that exchange. And Jalen will come out. In for her will come Logan Cherry. Lakin Cherry, excuse me. Logan is one of those.
Older brother.
Yeah. Lakin Cherry. Lakin's fast, the faster one. She'll be on first to a pinch run, a courtesy run. I've learned that this year.
That's right. Get your terminology right here in softball.
Vernacular. If you can use a bigger word, you use it. Dale. That's what I teach you.
Live within your means, son. Live within your means.
First pitch, ball one to J.C. Murphy with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trying to slap with that one high again. Sample doesn't like that slap hit. She doesn't really take it at J.C. She's trying to pitch around it, and so far 2-0. Runners would be nice here. Here's a 2-0 for Murphy, and now a 3-0. Throw down to first. Not in time. Lakin will be safe, and it'll be a 3-0 count here for J.C. Murphy. Looks to show bunt. Ball 4. Take your base. First walk of the ball game for either team. And 2 on with 1 out for Sydney Crane. Sydney a single and then stole 2 bases. Now she'll pop one up. That may be enough to sack a run over. Nope, on the left side it's going to stay. A long fly out to left field. And it'll be 2 down with 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Trojans leading it 3-0. That'll bring up Shaylin Grosteffen. There's one hard hit, center field, driving back to center fielder and strike to her. Trojans hitting him right to him. And they strand 2 in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. Trojans still leading 3-0. You're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Lena Clark going to start this 5th inning. Lady Trojans leading it 3-0 in the 5th. Across the way, number 1 seed Clay Center, number 8 seed Galena. Galena leads it 1-0 in the 5th inning. There's a bunt by Clark over to the second baseman, Malia Sandy, who's covering first. Well played there. I mean, this game's flying by because they take first pitch swings all the time. And now we've got 1 out with nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. State tournament stuff. Travel around the state. Foul back and strike 1 here to Lauren Barnes. People start to come out. We saw, you and I got to see, he's sitting down here on this line. And Kevin Beasley, 2 years older than me, 2 years younger than you, I guess, in school. There's a one over to shortstop. To first, got her. J.C. Murphy hustling over there as Shelby Smith comes back. I've not seen Kevin in 20 years. I mean, literally probably been that long, and then he comes strolling up here, lives out in Abilene, and there he is right there. And it's just neat when people start to come back and you want to be a part of, see this stuff. We've been fortunate enough to watch it or listen to it on the radio or watch it here on Girard Sports Live, and they want to come see it in person. And they're getting to see a pretty good ball game here. And Girard's a town in southeast Kansas, but it's spread out all over the world. Kevin did a couple of tours of duty, so he runs all over the world. So 2 away here with nobody on and an 0-2 count to Addison Hayden, the first baseman. She grounded out in her first at bat. And she'll slow roller to Sandy, down on it, scoop over to first. Quick work there for Lady Trojans. 3 straight ground outs. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Lady Trojans still leading at 3-0. You're watching on Girard Sports Live, listening on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Lady Trojans will lead off with Shelby Smith here. There's a hard hit ball. That one up the middle. And past the shortstop. First pitch, swing, and contact. And you can relax again, Dale.
Yep.
She did pretty nice to you. 3-0 your score. Lady Trojans lead it here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Class 4A Division II state tournament first round ball game. Lady Trojans defending 4A Division II champions, 22-0. The number 2 seed, Clay Center, the number 1 seed. They were 22-0 as well, and I'm not sure how they determined that. Coin flip probably. And Jim must not pick heads. You always pick heads. The theory is that the heads has more surface area, and so it picks up more weight and flips over. That's the... I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Marcy Heatherly up. She found one off. Strike one. 0-1 the count. One on. Nobody out here for Heatherly. Trying to lay down a bunt. She will get it. She'll move Ferguson over. And she'll be thrown out at first. So a sack bunt there by Heatherly was effective.
Doing her job.
Yep. And that'll move Ferguson over in scoring position. She had a RBI hit and scored Ferguson the last time she was up, did Heatherly. Now Lainey Shireman. She'll hit one hard center field. And Ferguson tagged, but not enough, and caught. Long fly out again. Trojans could use some insurance runs here, leading 3-0 in the fifth. As the innings progress, things will get a little tighter for both teams. Pressure certainly on the Lady Trojans coming into this ball game for Alexis Jenkins, the freshman. Reached on an error and a fly out. This will be a high pop-up. That's in kind of no man's land. Right fielder will come up and make the catch and retire the sign. So, Lady Trojans able to push another one across. We head to the sixth inning. Trojans lead by 3 on Girard Sports Live and 103.5.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard. Proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First pitch, strike to Bailey Robertson, number 9 hitter. The designated player struck out in her first at-bat. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Top of the 6th inning, Lady Trojans lead it 3-0. Class 4A Division II state tournament. And a 3-pitch strikeout to Bailey Roberts. And that's, there's an area, the Lady Trojans, we've talked about all their strengths, and they're numerous. Hey, Aunt Brenda. There's a lot of strengths for Lady Trojans, but the fact that there's no real weaknesses on that batting lineup. And every team Lady Trojans have had, that 8-9 can get a little weak at times. That's a situation here as we head back to the top of the order for Kira Haxton. And Haxton, first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Haven't been a ton of called strikes. They've been hacking away at him.
Right.
Haxton, a ground out in both at-bats for her. The shortstop. And that one popped back, out of play. It'll remain 0-2. Last update we had over next door, Galena was up 1-0 in the 5th inning. There's first ball. And 1-2 the count for Haxton. There's one hard hit ball. Sandy field over to second, over to first. Not in time. Just fast enough to reach there was Haxton. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game. Just the first one hit by somebody not named Jacqueline Holsey. And 1 on with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Lady Trojans leading at 3-0, but Lindsberg with their runner. Oh, big old swing there from the number 2 hitter, Megan Sample. Sample, a strikeout and a ground out. In her first at-bats, 2 at-bats. That one just outside, ball 1-1 the count. So 1-1 the count with 1 out here for Sample, the pitcher. She's pitched an okay game today. I mentioned earlier, Lady Trojans have had some strange outs in this tournament so far, this game so far, but still remain. The winner of this ball game will move on to play the winner of Burlington and Baldwin tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the park next door. There's a changeup. Sample over to lay off enough just to get contact. It's a 3-game tournament. Fatigue should not be much of an issue, even for the pitchers, but efficiency is pretty important. So far, it's been a pretty efficient game for Shelby Smith. And a swing and a miss. Got her swinging. And 2 away. That is 8. Here, Coach Oran telling center field, this is their girl, Jacqueline Holsey. She's reached on a single and a double, both times to center field, deep shots. And she gets one on the ground here. Sandy trying to get over, and she'll reach again, 3 for 3 for Holsey. And I bet you could count on one hand, maybe 2 fingers, how many people have gone 3 for 3 against Shelby Smith this season.
Very few.
And so she'll reach a single, a double, and a single. Now 2 runners on with 2 outs. Tying run at the plate for Smoky Valley. For Jordan Otto, the center fielder, a strikeout and a ground out in this ball game. And first one fouled out of play over into the crowd. That wind still blowing. It's not dramatically windy for what it could be out here in central Kansas in the springtime, but it's loud on the mic. There's the 0-1. Strike 2. Just went at her.
It's almost like she was taken the whole way.
Yeah, and she might have been. 0-2 count. 2 on, 2 out, and an 0-2 count here for Otto. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Trying to work that outside edge. No doubt. And the count will remain, or go to 1-2 rather. Here's the 1-2. That one hard hit down the first base line, but foul, and it'll remain 1-2. Well, the Vikings showed a little gumption here in the sixth inning. Trojans leading it 3-0 in the sixth, but giving them a little bit of concern, perhaps. The interim count still 1-2. Here's the number 4 hitter, Otto. Here's the 1-2. Hard hit. That might score one. They'll come up, down to home plate, and not going to get the tag. The ball goes past, down to third, and they'll move it over to third. And runners now at second and third. It's a rare miss. I thought when Crane came up throwing out was going to be dead to rights. I don't know if they just didn't do their prep work or not. Most teams wouldn't send somebody against Crane if they know her arm.
And I think the throw was there. It was just mishandled at home. It was a little bit low, but no.
So now with 2 outs, Lindsberg will put their first runner on the board, make it 3-1. So 3-1 here in the top of the sixth inning. A little nerves here, a little meeting out at the circle. Coach Finzi coming out to talk to the ladies, settle them down a little bit. We've seen late in games occasionally the pressure starts to build a little bit on the Trojans and makes mistakes. That's not a really mistake there. Just execution wasn't exactly perfect, and it needed to be on that kind of play. It's going to be a snap play at home anyways, and Lady Trojans, a little pressure here with the leading run now at the plate with runners on second and third and 2 outs. And this one popped out of play. Strike 1, 0-1 to count. So Otto gets the RBI. She gets over to second. This is Lindsey Gerlach, the left fielder. 0-1. Strike. 0-2. This is one of those situations, too, and you haven't had a lot of pressure throughout the season at times. You've run rule. There's probably only been a few games Lady Trojans had to go full 7. You can get a little tight down the stretch in one, and here's one. Back at Murphy. The runner makes contact with her, and she's going to be called out. Boy, the Lady Trojans get bailed out of one right there. That's a big play there as the Trojans, where JC runs into the runner. The runner runs into her, and that's interference, and so she gets called out. That was going to score 1, maybe 2.
Right.
Instead, it scores none, and the Trojans will hold on to a 2-run lead as we head into the bottom of the sixth inning here in this Class 4A Division II first-round matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Smoky Valley Vikings on Girard Sports Live and 103.5.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Three to 1. Your score here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Girard Lady Trojans, Smoky Valley, Class 4 Division II. First round matchup. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Dale Shireman. Here's who bring you these games. Hoping for a couple more tomorrow. Lady Trojans, if they win, I mentioned they would play at 11 o'clock. We'll have that game for you. And then if they win that one, a championship game scheduled for 2 o'clock. That may be on a rolling start, watching for weather, so it may start immediately following as quickly as possible as the other semifinal game goes. We're expecting that. They will play a third-place game regardless, so if they win today, 2 games tomorrow here on Girard Sports Live and 103.5. Michaela Osmus, the batter for the Lady Trojans. Smacks a bunt single and a ground out. And she'll take first pitch, ball 1, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to be blooped over here. Down the third base line. It'll stay fair, and she'll reach on a single over the third baseman. And so Osmus, 2 for 3 on the day in her state tournament debut as a high schooler. And that'll bring up Jalen Jenkins. Lady Trojans could use some insurance runs, leading by 2, 3 to 1 here as we head into the bottom of the sixth inning. Here's Jenkins. She wants to lay down a bunt. That's a pretty quick bunt. That'll move the runner over. And Osmus will stay at second, so another successfully executed sac bunt. And we head back to the top of the order for J.C. Murphy. J.C. a fly out, reached on an error, and a walk. Her last out. Last at-bat, I should say. And a high pitch. She does not like pitching to J.C.
I don't know that she's seen that many slap hitters. I don't know the history.
And that's the discussions that's going to be had perhaps here. The other teams in this tournament, I mentioned Clay Center's the number 1 seed. They're taking on Galena next door here. We'll try to have that final for you if we have it before we go off the air, so we'll know who's still alive in the other side of this bracket. The other side of that bracket is Kingman, Norwich High School, that combined co-op school there, 17-3 on the year, the number 4 seed against Holton, 18-4, the number 5 seed. And the other side of this bracket, as I mentioned, Burlington and Baldwin. And Burlington 21-1, number 3 seed. Baldwin 15-7, the number 6 seed. It's not a surprise that when you get into the state tournament, Girard on the girls' side, Baldwin, Burlington on the girls' side, Holton on the girls' side. Those teams make it pretty often in a lot of sports. There's another pitch ball to J.C. Murphy, 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0. She'll slap hit one. That'll fall in. And Osmus holds at third. She came over and started to head back thinking maybe they were going to get on it, but it's going to be a single there by J.C. Murphy. And now runners at the corners with 1 out here with number 23, Sydney Crane. Sid, a single in the first at-bat, and then a ground out and a fly out since then. And here's Crane, runners in the corners. Sheila trying to lay the bunt down. She'll try to outrun it and get it by a mile. And now bases juiced here for Shaylin Grossteffen. A bunt single and a small ball in this inning has really been a big factor for Lady Trojans, as they have loaded the bases with 1 out with a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 6th inning for Grossteffen, who's got the power, no doubt about it. She's got the power to get it wherever she wants to put it. But here's the 0-1 to Grossteffen, high ball, 1-1-1. You learn how to catch and throw first.
That's right.
The last thing you learn is base running. There's one. That'll score at least 1, maybe 2. Here goes Murphy. She'll score. It'll score 2. Crane over to third. She'll hold up. Grossteffen over to second. It's a 1-run double and a 2-run shot, thereby Shaylin Grossteffen to score those 2 runs and give the Lady Trojans a 5-1 lead. Just what the doctor ordered there. She didn't make full contact, but able to be strong enough to push that one into the outfield. In fact, the fact that it didn't have full contact probably allowed it to fall in front of the outfield. And a couple of RBIs there from Grossteffen. Bring up Shelby Smith. Dale's silent because he's just nervous about what's going to come flying his way. Hard hit ball. It'll get through. That'll score 1. It's going to hold Grossteffen at third. And the Lady Trojans have added 3 here in the 6th. And now lead it 6-1.
Well, with just 1 out, there's no reason to risk that run. Marcy Heatherly hitting over 500 up to the bat. So great time for the Trojans to add a couple more and another visit. Sorry, they're just going to huddle up at the circle.
Lady Trojans, every batter's reached base in this inning. A single by Michaela Osmus, a sac bunt by, or I guess Jalen Jenkins did not reach. She pushed that over, so she was the 1 out. Sac bunt, and then single by Murphy, a single bunt by Sydney Crane where she reached, and then the double by Grossteffen drove those in, and then now Shelby Smith with a single to score Crane. And the Lady Trojans have added 3 here in the 6th to lead it now 6-1 over Smoky Valley. Runners at the corners once again. Ferguson comes in to run for Smith. Grossteffen stands on third. And here's Marcy Heatherly. She shows bunt. Runner down, JoJo. Oh, go, Joe. She's now hustling back. JoJo will be tagged down to home, and they got her. Well, the momentum that was started just got taken away on the base pass. As while JoJo was trying to get him to come her way, Ross-Steffen gets thrown out at home, and so the Trojans do score 3, get a little insurance possibly as we head to the 7th for pitcher Shelby Smith as she goes back to the circle. She's pitching a good ball game. Lady Trojans lead it by 5 after 6. Final inning coming your way, we hope, here on Girard Sports Live and 103.5.
This is Girard Sports Live.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Osmus over to trying to make a play, and she does. We get back just in time, thankfully. How about that from Michaela Osmus? A pop-up into right field, into foul territory, and she hustles over there to make the play. And 1 out, 2 outs away from reaching that semifinal ball game. That was, I believe that was Atlanta Clark, and it was. And this will bring on Lauren Barnes. And a swing and a miss. Foul back, actually. Strike one, 0-1. 6-1 your score in the 7th. Lady Trojans retire to the side here. They will advance to that ball game to take on either Burlington or Baldwin. That game will be played here in just a moment. This one fouled back. Jenkins back. And it'll be foul. And 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. For Lauren Barnes, strikeout and a ground out, her 2 at-bats. There's one rolled over to Sandy, fielded cleanly, over to first, and 2 away. 2 away here in this 7th inning.
I think it's a bad taste if I ask their coach to move out of the way so I can get a good shot of that.
It would be breaking that plane that we can't impact the ball game. 6-1, Trojans lead it, trying to retire it here, fouled back. This is the number 8 hitter, Addison Hayden, ground out, her first 2 at-bats. I don't know what time it is. This game has flown by. We're coming up right at an hour. 6:04 local time here. I think we're still in Central Time Zone. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 strike away from ending this one. Here comes a chant from the Trojan crowd. There it is, popped over to Sandy, and they'll play 1 more. There was going to be a play at first if Osmus is able to come up and field that one cleanly from right field, but they will keep 1 on as she'll reach first on that single. And that'll go to the number 9 hitter, Bailey Roberts. And that's probably the right call. Roberts has not had a ton of confidence at the plate here today. And so they will go bring in a pinch hitter for Roberts. Looks like that pinch hitter is going to be, well, maybe they will keep her out there. Just wanted to talk to her. Again, she hadn't been real confident at the plate. Strikeout, and they've not been real long at bats. And so Roberts, they brought on a pinch runner, is what they did there. First pitch strike. 0-1 the count. 1 on, 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, Lady Trojans with the lead. Here's the 0-1. That one, a slow roller down third. Grossteffen fielded cleanly. Over to first. And the Lady Trojans will advance to the semifinals. They will move to 23-0 on the season and continue this monumental effort that they have had all season long. I've said it once, I'll say it again. It's one thing to get there. It's another thing to succeed and continue on. The pressure continues to mount here as we move into the semifinals, but the bottom line is, Dale, the Lady Trojans are in it.
No question about it. You know, this is the hardest step coming back to state. You've got to win that first one to guarantee 2 more games. If we don't win it, we go home. And that's the biggest pressure you'll see. Now they can go back just playing ball. And we saw that a little bit maybe in the first inning, and maybe we left more people on base than we usually do. But like you said, we've had some funny outs. You know, we had, you know, girl hit by
yeah, that's a random one that happens every once in a while. Girl get thrown out at first. That doesn't happen very often.
Double play.
Third, rather. Yeah, hit into a double play.
And then we had the double tag out, you know, on a maybe a little bit of base running error. But some of that stuff can be cleaned up overnight, and I'm sure some of it has to do with some nerves.
Certainly, but the bottom line is Lady Trojans do advance. They will take on either Baldwin or Burlington. Galena trying to knock off the number 1 seeded Clay Center team. That's 4-0 in the 6th was the last time we checked. That one may be final by the time we get off the air as well. Lady Trojans advance with a 6-1 win over Smoky Valley here in game number 1 of the 2018 4A Division II state tournament. We'll step away, take a quick break. We'll start to come back and wrap things up here for us. Lady Trojans win it 6-1. You watched it on Girard Sports Live. Listen to it on 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live. Evans Motors been getting people on the road since 1939. Be sure to stop by the lot there south of Pittsburgh and see Nate or Eddie. Let them get you in a car and have a test drive as well. See all their cars online at evansmotors.net. And getting ready to join us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Jim Vinzi. His interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard's schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And joining us now, the head coach of the Lady Trojans as they win at 6-0 is Jim Vinzi. And Coach, a good win for your girls. And we talked about it there as we wrap things up. There's certainly a lot of pressure coming out here into the state tournament. You and I talked earlier today about that. How important is that first game to kind of relieve those nerves and get going in game number 2?
I mean, it's big because you want to get on the field and start playing again, get comfortable with where you're at, and get comfortable with everything you're doing. So it was a great start to get going here.
Papa's got work to do here to talk to the little one. But Lady Trojans, you come out, and we said this game was kind of quirky. There were some odd outs in it. You know, Marcy Headley gets hit as well. And so you got to battle a little bit of that between the years, and sometimes you can rely on that senior leadership to do that.
Well, it is. I mean, you rely on the seniors, but the younger girls have been through enough situations. We just got to be a little bit smarter. And, it's part of that situation where the adrenaline's flowing, you're being aggressive, and just a little bit over-aggressive. Maybe you just got to settle them back down. We'll be fine.
We mentioned you learn how to play catch first, then you learn how to swing a bat. But that base running, that's something that'll get you sometimes.
It will. We made a lot of base running mistakes, but we know we'll come back from that. We was kind of rough on that early in the year. Then towards the end, we got a lot better. We just kind of reverted, but we'll be back on it.
Get a chance to see these two teams play and learn maybe a little bit about them. That's the other thing. You kind of fly blind coming into that first game of the tournament, but there's such high expectations, 23-0 now in the season. How do you manage things? That sometimes is a challenge in a state tournament, managing your time and manage things as you get ready for a quick turnaround, 11 o'clock start tomorrow.
Well, we just talk like you consider it a doubleheader. You come out, we go out, we get something to eat, we relax, get a good night's sleep, and come out ready to play. We played 6 games in one stretch in 3 days in our league, so we're able to do stuff like that.
All right, Coach. Well, what a good game and fun to get another win and keep it rolling, trying to defend that state title. Appreciate your time as always. Good luck tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Jim Vinci, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show as the Lady Trojans do win it by the final score 6-1. Here's kind of how things worked out as the Lady Trojans. It was kind of a tight ball game early on. Weren't able to get a run across until the third inning when they did get a couple in that third, led 3-0 for a little while, and then the big inning was the 6th when they pitched another 3 across. The Vikings did end up scoring 1 in the ball game. They only had 4 hits in the contest, 5 hits rather in the contest. Shelby Smith finished the game with, I have here 2, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts in the contest. But you get to the state tournament, maybe we got a little lackadaisical, or we just got used to it, maybe, Dale. But you get to the state tournament, there's 8 teams here, and they're all pretty good.
Well, there's no question about it. You're the top 8 teams in the whole state, and I believe Galena has just about knocked off the number 1 seed. So anything can happen out here. As I look across the way, 6-0 right now in the 7th inning. So, but you're exactly right. We had to come in and get the jitters out of the way. And I think we left 8 base runners on the bases.
Yeah.
We never leave base runners on.
Sure.
And those are things that we'll fix up a little bit. And we were hitting the ball well at times, and at times it was just right at them, though.
Yeah, and guess what? CNC's pretty good in softball. Riverton's in the 3A state tournament again. They're defending 3A state tournament champions. Lady Trojans defending 4A Division II state champions, and they are in the semifinals. Galena maybe in the semifinals here shortly as well, off the number 1 seed. And so you've been tested throughout the year. You expect to be in this position, and the Lady Trojans will be in this position here. We'll step away, take one final timeout, come back and wrap things up here from Salina. Lady Trojans win it 6-0. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live and 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here on the Evans Motors Postgame Show. BJ Harris with you alongside me, Dale Shine, as we wrap things up here from day number 1 from the 4A Division II State Tournament. Lady Trojans do win it over Lindsborg Smoky Valley 6-1. Another update from over across the way. Galena leading at 6-0 going into the 7th inning. And Clay Center is batting. Clay Center, the number 1 seed, 22-0 coming into this tournament. Galena, the number 8 seed. They're already on the baseball side here in this 4A Division II tournament. Southeast Kansas team upset the number 1 seed. Anderson County beat Nickerson earlier today in their matchup. And so upset all around, and hopefully it stays in favor of Southeast Kansas. That's the way we like it anyways, Dale. As we wrap things up here, Lady Trojans get the win and face a little bit of adversity at times. All in all, take care of business. Now I think the experience does come into play even more, perhaps, because the pressure, like you said, is off a little bit, and now they know how to act over the next 12 hours or so before they get going again.
That's right, and you mentioned it earlier with Coach. We didn't know anything about Smoky Valley. The girls are going to come over here. They're going to watch a little bit of this Burlington-Baldwin game. They get an idea. They know what pitching, what infield, outfield they've got, and they're going to settle down and say, hey, they're just another team. And that's what we need to do, get them fed tonight, get them some good rest, and be ready to play tomorrow.
Well, we appreciate all the sponsors again once allowing us to come out here and cover this action. We'll do it again tomorrow. Our pregame coverage will start around 10:45. First pitch at 11 o'clock. Well, a little different perspective tomorrow. Same spot, but maybe we'll get you off that third base line, and we will certainly be able to have that action from the other field tomorrow. And we plan to stay there because if they win, they'll be there again for the championship ball game tomorrow at 11, and then again at 2 o'clock. They may have a rolling start. So if you're planning on coming out here for that, you be here for the second one. You better be ready to roll because they may start earlier than 2 o'clock, and we will keep you informed on our social media, and we'll be ready to go no matter what here on Girard Sports Live. Also, thanks to our partners at MyTown Media allowing us to broadcast this on 103.5. Hope everybody has a great Thursday night. Get it going tomorrow, 11 o'clock, as Lady Trojans will take on either Burlington or Baldwin right here from the Class 4A Division II State Tournament on Girard Sports Live and 103.5 FM.
This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Outdoor, Producers Cooperative Association, and TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance. This is Girard Sports Live.